Alright, hey guys, remember it's TCG back in the video. In this video, we bring you guys a Speedroid Duel Rewind. So this is going to be against Ghoti. I'm going to be showing you guys two duels with two different results, and this is from the Synchro Festival event. I'm playing through it right now, and I just thought these were two entertaining duels for you guys to watch. So we're going to use Horde Stilts here in order to get to Tycoon Tornborg, then we're going to get the Rubber Plane Shooter. He's going to attempt to Ash Blossom this. I'm not going to let him do that, just going to hit him with the Called by the Grave. Because Tycoon Tornborg is just pretty essential right here. You can see that if he would have been able to stop that, it would have been a lot more difficult for me to get anything going just because I needed a tuner here. So normally the deck doesn't struggle that much as long as you have the ability to go into Rubber Band Shooter, but since we don't, it does struggle a bit to set it up. So we're going to use Cork Shooter here in order to get back our materials. So this makes it really nice because it makes it super easy to go into Yugioh. And then from there, you can easily go into, your Crystal Wing, or as you saw here, into my Bear on the Floor. So I set myself up with the Bear on the Floor and a Yugioh, which isn't really that strong of a board. I have one negate, and yeah, so here I decided to just hit this card, just managed to get it, go for Duskwalker here. I thought it would be perfect just to get rid of two cards on his field here. Then he's going to use Evenly Matched in order to get rid of my cards. So I decided to use Yugioh's effect here in order to tribute it. So this makes this, I don't have to actually banish any of my cards, as we're both gonna control one card. So I thought that was a pretty good play here in order to stop that. Then you're gonna see that I'm gonna get rid of my duplicate, which is actually a pretty good one to get rid of, as you can bring it back out as a monster, and then use Speedroid with his effect. So here I'm just gonna roll, see what I get. I got two tuners, which is unfortunate. So I'm not gonna be able to do too much besides well, you can see here that he's gonna summon out his Snopios. I'm going to attempt to use Duplicate's effect here in order to get out my Duplicate out. Then you can see, if you guys have played against Ghoti, they're just going to get these tuners out, and then they're going to start playing during your turn. Here they got the White Aura Whale. So this is really annoying because White Aura Whale here, when it's synchro summon, you can destroy all of your opponent's attack position monsters. This card is really problematic if they're able to get this out, as it can be pretty difficult to deal with if you don't have like any negates or anything to stop it here. So he's going to use White Aura Whale, pop all of my main monster, which really sucks. I'm just going to use my Horse Stilts in order to send the Daiko to the grave, just so that I have the option of using that later. Then you can see that he's going to just continue playing here. Really the main problem is the White Aura Whale that has the piercing. So piercing, and it can attack twice. So you can see I'm in a pretty terrible position here. So it's my turn. I drew the Marble Machine, which is pretty good, honestly. That's one of the best things I could have drawn here. So I'm going to use Marble Machine's effect here, search something out, and then he's going to use Ghoti of the Deep Beyond, clear out the board. So that makes it very difficult for me to come back from here, but I'm still going to use Den Daiko, get out a tuner, just so that I have a monster that I can use to special summon out my Tycoon Tornborg. Then I can go into my Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, because since I used Den Daiko in order to bring back my Cork Shooter, I can use Yugioh to special summon it out, but since I control a tuner monster, and then I can go into my Crystal Wing. Then I'm going to attack here. My opponent is down to one card. I decided to just go into the Fukimodoshi just so I'm able to add one card for my excavate and add one thing to my hand. I thought it'd be worth the search. So here it's my opponent's turn. He's going to attempt to get one of his monsters out. I decided to stop it there. So here you're going to see that he's going to continue to play. I definitely didn't choose my negates that great in this duel, although it was a bit difficult to decide what I wanted to negate. So here he's going to get Snopio's effect, and you can see that my opponent was able to finish me here. So it was a pretty tough duel, honestly. Like there was a lot of back and forth. There were times where if I would have played it a little bit smarter, maybe I could have gotten a better upper hand. But yeah, good job on my opponent for winning that duel. And I'm going to show you guys another duel here against Ghoti. It's a whole different player, but still against Ghoti. Alright guys, so this is the second duel that I want to show you. So again, it's going to be against a Ghoti player here. I'm going to be using Speedroids. So here you're going to see them activate their field spell. You can see Lifeless Leaf Fish is an integral card of the deck just because you're able to send something to the grave. And here you can see that they're actually running the new Assault Synchron, which is pretty cool to see. So now he's going to continue to play here. He's just going to set up his board. I thought it was fine. Just whatever he ends up doing, I have my Dark Ruler. So I felt pretty safe here. During the standby phase, he's going to get all his tuners as well. So that's fine, just because he's not able to get them out afterwards. So now I can just hit him with the Dark Ruler. And now I'm sitting pretty safe. I can play. That's why I like running it here. Now I'm going to use Ultra Hound in order to send my Speedroid Terratop. That was just so that later on I had the option of bringing it out using Speed Recovery. So you can see he's going to try to activate something. I don't know if he realizes that it's not going to work. Now I can go into my Cork Shooter, bring back my materials. So that's what I'm going to do here. Use my Dice effect here in order to get my Hogoida. Then I'm going to go into Kite Drake, just clear out the board here. Just decided to get rid of everything here. So of course, because they control a Synchro Fish monster, they're not going to be able to, I'm not going to be able to destroy this card, which is fine. I'm going to use Speed Recovery here in order to get out my Terratop. Use Terratop's effect in order to get my card Turbo. Now that I control a tuner, I'm able to get my Hogoida back out. Now I can go into my Crystal Wing. Then I'm going to set one card, pass it to my opponent's turn. I'm not going to be able to do any, I wasn't going to go to my battle phase since there wasn't really a reason to go into it because of Dark Ruler here. So now he's going to search something out. So you can see he's continuing to attempt to play here. I think he's pretty scared of the Crystal Wing, just knowing that I'm going to be able to negate something. So he's going to imperm this. This was a really good spot here. He was able to stop my Called by the Grave and my Crystal Wing with one move here. And now you can see that he was able to bring back his tuners. I thought that was fine. He doesn't have any non-tuners, so that he can't really synchro summon. I'm going to use Monster Reborn here in order to get my Cork Shooter. And the reason I did that is so that I can get my Hogoida. Then I'm going to use Speed Recoveries here in order to add my Red Eye Die back to my hand. So the reason I did this was so that I could normal summon Red Eye Die, use the effect in order to change the level of my Kite Drake to make it into a level 4 high Speedroid puzzle. And now that I control 3 Synchro monsters, I can go into my Cosmic Blazer Dragon. So that just, I always feel a lot safer once I get this card out. I rarely lose once I get this card out. It's just a really powerful card here. Attack my opponent here. So here was a mistake that I made. So I could have just banished my card Turbo. I noticed it right after I did this. I could have just banished the card Turbo and that would have been a win. But that's fine. I'm just going to add myself the Terratop. Worst case scenario, Terratop's like one of the best Speedroid monster cards in the deck. So that's good to see. So I'm just going to attempt to negate that. So he had another field spell, which was, yeah, that sucks. But you can see that my opponent wasn't able to do much. He's just struggling here. He has no tuners, nothing. He's just trying to buy time. So I decided to use normal summon my Terratop, get out my card Turbo. Then I can switch on my card Turbo, go into my Stardust Charge Warrior. Now I can use card Turbo's effect just because I didn't really have to do it this time, but I decided to do it since I didn't last turn. Then I can use Charge Warrior here in order to attack all of his special summon monsters. So I think he thought that he was going to be able to buy time just because of that. But I was able to set up enough my Charge Warrior here. He just didn't expect it, and I'm able to attack all of these here. Then I can use Crystal Wing in order to attack and finish my opponent off. So you can see there was 2 different outcomes against Ghoti. This event has been pretty fun so far, just being able to synchro summon. And I like Speedroids, I like using them. And it's been an interesting duels. I hope you guys enjoyed the duels. And if you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're close to 1,000 subs. So make sure to subscribe, guys. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.